Good morning. Let's get some light in here. I don't think it's gonna rain today, but it's cloudy out. Let's see. No, just cloudy. I'm not sure if you'll be hearing somebody's getting their roof done, like right across the street. So I apologize if you hear that, but my mic might not pick it up facing this way. Hey y'all, wanted to take a quick little break to give a thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. So for this sponsored video, I was actually my original plan was to film my Crohn's experience, or like basically the whole health issues that I went through, and have a whole sit down video talking about that. And the reason I wanted to do that was because September is actually Pain Awareness Month. When I was using BetterHelp, I was experiencing a lot of physical pain, which ultimately led to basically a depression. I was in I would say, like, I quickly fell into this deep depression, sadness, anxiety. I was having frequent panic attacks. I was literally like crying every single day. And I used BetterHelp to get set up with a therapist so that I could literally just talk. I didn't want to have to talk to my family or my boyfriend and bring them down, because I felt like I was already doing that. And so I just needed somebody to listen, somebody that I could vent to. I'm filming this in September. This is going to go up in October. But if you are somebody who is in pain, whether that be physical and potentially leading to mental pain, or if you are just somebody who is going through hard times, you are feeling depressed, you have anxiety, anything like that, then BetterHelp is definitely an amazing resource. And BetterHelp's mission is actually to help make therapy more affordable and more accessible, which is amazing because it can be really difficult to find a therapist, especially if you are limiting yourself to just your area, like around your city. But with BetterHelp, it is so much easier to find a therapist because this is all online, so you would be talking to them remotely from the comfort of your home. And it's really easy to get started, so you just fill out this questionnaire and then they will match you to a therapist within a few days. Another great thing with BetterHelp is that if you are not satisfied with your first therapist or even your second therapist, they will help you until you find somebody who's a good fit for you. I have talked about this before, but the first therapist that I was matched with was, I had a couple of sessions with her, not a great fit, so then I moved on to another woman and I felt much more comfortable with her, so I continued my sessions with her. That's pretty normal with therapy. Like, you sometimes have to jump around until you find somebody who's a good match for you. It's a little bit like dating. So if you're struggling or you just want somebody to talk to, definitely consider online therapy with BetterHelp. You can click the link in my description box or visit betterhelp.com/Layla to get 10% off your first month. And thank you so much to BetterHelp for supporting this channel. Figured I'd start this vlog with a little books review of the last couple of books I've read and the one I'm currently reading. In the order that I finished these books, the first one is Happy Place. And this one took me a little longer to read because, well, it's a longer book, a bigger book, and then went on vacation and read 3 books during that time. Plus I was reading Eleanor Oliphant is perfectly fine. Actually, I guess I should review this one first. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I did start this while in Costa Rica. This is about a woman who, she's basically like socially awkward, has worked the same job for a really long time. She has like weird relationships, or like no relationships, but then this like weird relationship with her mother, basically just through the phone. She starts to kind of try to be normal, or like how a woman would be. Like, she starts buying different clothes and getting haircuts and stuff like that, and just like trying to appear normal. And then a lot of the time she's around her friend. I think his name is Raymond. He's like from work, so she spends a lot of time with him, and like there's a lot of interactions with him, but she's also like fixated on this musician and is basically like wanting to fall in love with him, like have him fall in love with her. So she's like planning all this out and when it's gonna happen. So yeah, it's just kind of documenting her life is the gist of this storyline. And it was a book that I've never read a book like this because it was from her perspective, and it's like a way that I don't think. She's like socially awkward, has had a bad life basically, so she's developed a number of things. And honestly, it was a little bit like, not frustrating, I don't think frustrating is the right word, but it was like her thinking that way was almost annoying to me, like just frustrating to me, because I'm like, you know, I know what social cues to pick up on, but this is how people really their brain works, you know? And so it was very different for me to read from that perspective. This book was good. It wasn't like a 10 out of 10. It was good. It was up there. Like, definitely worth reading. Interesting book. The way she writes is really good and entertaining. The character development in this one is also very strong. I feel like you get to know her quite a lot. You get to know like the people that she interacts with. Also, there's kind of like a little twist at the end. It's nothing like, it's not a thriller or anything like that. This is really kind of just it's a little bit sad, but also like a feel-good book, I guess. So yeah, I feel like it's like a feel-good book overall, but there is like a slight twist at the end that I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. So I think this one's worth reading. I would give it like a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Going into this, like when I was reading the outside of the book, because it says beautifully written and incredibly funny, hilarious and moving, simultaneously hilarious and heartbreaking. Like, I don't know what y'all's definition of hilarious is, but I didn't laugh once in this book. Like, none of it was funny to me, you know? It wasn't sad. It was just like, she would say weird things, or like do weird things, and I guess people found that funny. I didn't find it funny. So I was going into it expecting to laugh, but I did not. Okay, so back to Happy Place. I finished this one after finishing that book. This book is about a group of friends who go to, I think it's Maine, and they've been friends for a really long time. I think it's like 3 couples. They had not been couples in the past, and they became couples. And this is following, it's from the point of view of, God, I can't remember her name. I forget the names so quickly just because. Harriet. Harriet is supposedly engaged to Win, it's actually her ex-fiance though, and her friends don't know that. So they go on this trip all together, and they're just basically pretending that they're still engaged because they don't want to like ruin the trip for everybody. So they're just, yeah, acting like they're still together and in love, and y'all can kind of guess where things go. The book is basically going through their whole week. So it's like, I think it's about a week that they're spending on this little trip, but it also goes back in time, which it makes it clear though. Like the chapter says, what does it say? Real life and then Happy Place, because like Happy Place was in the past basically. And I was expecting this to be one of the best, like a 10 out of 10 read. It was not that for me. This book was highly recommended all over YouTube, all over TikTok. Everybody was giving it 5 stars. To me, it was very, very predictable to begin with, which is fine. Many books are predictable. I genuinely don't get the hype about it. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. It was good. It wasn't bad. I would still give it like a 7 out of 10. But like, I feel like I lowered that a little bit because of my expectation. I was expecting this to be way up there. I would say it was like a 6.57. There was just nothing super and captivating about her writing to me. I know she has a number of other books. I actually have, I have her beach read book, and hopefully that one is good. This isn't bad. Like, it's still worth reading. If you like a good romance, then sure. But to me, it's not like the best writing I've ever read, you know? I found her friends to be, one of her friends, I can't even remember her name. Sophie, maybe? Sophia? I can't remember her name. But she was annoying. Yeah, like if I had a friend like that, we would not be hanging out And I know they kind of like address that at the end, but it was like it had a nice, cute ending and stuff. So that's that one. That's all I have to say on that. I then read Girl in Pieces. This took me just a few days. I knew going into it that it would be sad. It was sad, not like, it didn't make me cry. I don't know, do other people cry reading this book? This one's about a girl named Charlie or Charlotte, and she's in like a rehab place kind of, or like for people with mental issues, you know, who commit suicide or who cut themselves, things like that. And it's really, really sad, honestly. It is. I did not cry, but it's basically just talking about what she did to herself and how she's feeling at this place and the people she's with there. And she ends up having to leave, and she's supposed to go with her mother, but then she ends up going to, where was it? Arizona with her friend, or she like goes to stay with her friend, and he's not even there, but she like gets an apartment on her own, like a room basically, gets a job, she meets this guy, and this guy isn't like the best influence for her, so it kind of just shows her ups and downs. This is definitely like, read the trigger warnings on this if you're concerned about that, but there is like drug abuse, alcohol, that sort of thing. This was a good book. It was sad, and I liked how everything ended up turning out, but one thing that if I could change about it is the age of the boy, because she's young. They're like 10 years apart, and I don't want to like give anything away, but I would want him to be, his name is Riley. I would want him to be younger in this situation. I know it's like a real life situation. There's many people who get with someone who's older than them, but just based off of how this goes, I would rather him be like 22, 23 and not 27. But yeah, this is a pretty good book. I would say like a 7.5 as well. Good writing, and yeah, it keeps you really engaged, and she does a great job of explaining. Like, I could see this in my head the whole time. I love books like that where they describe details enough that I can imagine what's happening in my head. Like, I could see the coffee shop, I could see her apartment, I could see the way that the little like rehab place, for some reason I was able to just like picture everything in my head. Now currently, I'm not done with it yet. I'm reading The Midnight Library. I'm almost done though. I don't have much. I read for a long time last night. I wasn't getting sleepy for some reason. This book has been so interesting so far. I think it's really such a great idea of a book. So basically this woman, I think she attempts suicide, and I think she's like in a stage right before death, and she's basically in there for infinite time until she picks a life to go down. So she's in this big library, and there's a woman there, and she gets to pick which life. She gets to pick multiple lives that she wants to try and see what happens with them. So for example, she used to swim when she was younger. So she was like, okay, I want to see what my life would have looked like if I continued swimming, like if I didn't quit swimming, and then it goes down that path. I want to see what my life would have looked like if I played in the band, like continued to play in the band. So she goes down that life, or if she got married to this guy. So I think it's really interesting and such a great idea. And for some reason, I really, really like it. Like, I like the reading and I'm pulled into it. Like, there's nothing groundbreaking about it, but I guess I just kind of want to know like what the next life is going to be, and which one she ends up choosing. And I'm thinking she's going to end up like going back to her original life or something and being more content with that, because yeah, you kind of see she goes down, this is kind of like the butterfly effect, you know, where like one small decision affects something much bigger, and each life she basically gets out of the life when she's reached deep disappointment, and so then she gets to come back to the library and choose a different life. And so it's like, no matter what, there's going to be good and bad in each life, and I just really, really like where this is going. The only thing I don't like if I could change something, is what doesn't make sense to me, I guess, is she goes to the life and doesn't know what's going on. Like, she has to figure things out. She doesn't know people's names. She doesn't know who they are. She doesn't know, like, in one of them, she's about to give like a speech and she has no clue what she's going to say. And I think that should be different. Like, I think she should get to the life and know what's going on and then take it from that. Like, just explain what's happening in that life to us. Like, let's say that you get to a life and you're in love with somebody else in that life, but you're brand new to it and you have no clue who this person is, then you're not going to continue, like, you're going to have to fall in love with this person even though that wasn't like your original path. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you need to know who they are and already feel that the feelings you're feeling in that life in order to actually carry it through, you know? That would change the book a lot, but I think that would be a better way to go about it. But it's still really, really good. So I think this one will be up there for me. It's just kind of like a great message as well. What I hate is books that do this. Like, why is the cover? This one was like with the Eleanor one too. I hate that because then it's the whole cover. I don't know. Anyways, I do love the cover of this though itself. Isn't that so pretty? This is one of the prettiest books I think I've ever seen. Anywho, this clip is 17 minutes long. Holy guacamole, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I have made my coffee, as y'all saw, that I brought in the room. This morning, Sebastian and I did wake up to go for a walk. We've been avoiding it. We've just been tired. It's also dark in the morning again. The sun doesn't come up until like 7:30, so we're like literally walking in the dark. And so that makes it like less motivating to get up. But it's still pretty hot here, so like going for a walk in the afternoon is too much. What else is going on? Something I really just want to do is just buy all the furniture for the house. If y'all watch my finance channel, you would know that I have all the money saved up for it. I saved up $6,000 specifically to buy like furniture and house decor and all that, and I just so badly want to buy it. Like, I've been looking at the TV consoles, the coffee stand that I want to get, our kitchen table, our chairs. I already have those picked out. I want bookshelves. This is, I don't know, can y'all see that? They don't fit. They don't fit. I had let my mom borrow quite a few books and she gave them back to me the other day, and now there's no room. I'm gonna end up getting the IKEA Billy bookshelves, I'm pretty sure, just so I can have, like, I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace, but people don't take care of their things. Like, their bookshelves are so dirty, and then also a lot of them just like don't look very nice, or they're different heights, or they have like curves in them in the structure of the bookshelf, and I would prefer, like, you know, just straight lines. The other thing too is we've been looking, it's really just me looking at Facebook Marketplace for a kitchen table, and there have been multiple people that I've reached out to, but then they're like, oh, they're late to respond. I had messaged somebody Saturday night and I was like, can I come pick this up tomorrow? They didn't answer me until Monday morning. Like, I can't come. I mean, it could have come on a Monday, but like, we have to get a van or a truck to pick up these tables. So I was like, okay, we'll come on Sunday. He never answered me. And then I saw the table was pending. So I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, I really, really badly want to order all the furniture. The reason I'm not, it's really because of my finance channel. I know that might sound silly, but I'm doing a no spend year. And part of my plan was to not buy anything, you know, like furniture or personal stuff. But I am open to it if there's like really good sales, you know, because I don't want to lose out. Like, I'm going to be buying this stuff anyway. So if it's on sale, I don't want to wait until it goes back up. Time to get to work. I'm going to try to make this a good day. Also, if you watch my finance channel, you know that I like really, I mean, even if you watch this channel, you know that I really struggle with work, and I've just been so unmotivated because of it. And I don't know, honestly, y'all, it's like, it's really been dragging me down. I don't know, y'all. I don't really want to talk about it in too much detail just because I feel like I'm complaining, but we're gonna try to make today a good day, productive day. It's also Tuesday. I don't know if I said that, so I gotta film Transfer Tuesday at some point. And yeah, it's now 10 o'clock. Got myself some water, and then I also have half a bottle of Arden's garden juice. This is pineapple, apple, and ginger. It's really good. I have been just doing kind of like, I don't know, there's this one project I'm working on. It's an internal project, and it's like kind of tedious and not boring. It's just tedious, like busy work basically. And I actually like that work sometimes because then I just pop on YouTube videos. I've been watching the book YouTubers, so like Sarah, I think it's Sarah Caroli, and then Destiny, what's her last name? I have her video up. Destiny Sidwell, and then of course Haley Pham, who I've watched her for some time now. But all three of them upload pretty frequently, and I don't know, whenever I watch them, I'm like, yo, I want to start doing, like, creating book content. They'll do like like a whole weekend of reading, or like 24 hours reading, and I'm like, I could potentially fit that into my life at some point, you know? Maybe in the next few weeks I'll do a like whole read with me weekend, like spend the whole weekend just reading. I don't know. I gotta do that after I like finish my course that I'm working on for my finance stuff, because I need to like film videos, edit videos for all of that. So maybe in November. Wouldn't that be fun? It'd be fun to me. I just love their content. Like, it's just so relaxing. It's so entertaining. I don't know. I just really like seeing them do that and talk about it, and it just like seems so cozy, and that's the life I want, you know? So.
Low-key was like hating on it.
It's on the, yeah, oh no, you were. You talking about, who's the same as Royal King?
No, and then we walked in here, and it's like, as soon as I walked in, I was just in
Okay, I just got off of a meeting, and I am hungry. I actually like have basically been intermittent fasting. I drink my coffee. I do that sometimes because it's easier to eat 2 meals instead of 3, or like 2 meals and a pre-workout. Anyways, this meal is also really random. So I have some peas with vegan butter, and then a bagel. The cream cheese is the Mykonos. Is it the Mykonos brand? It is that. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced though. I don't know. Not my favorite vegan cream cheese. To me it tastes too cheesy. Sounds like it would be good, but to me it's too like that's something you should put on a cracker. I like the tofuti vegan cream cheese. I'm gonna read while I eat though, because yeah, usually I would like watch a YouTube video, but I want to take a break from the screen, and I've been watching YouTube videos while I work outside of meetings. So yeah, gonna read this. I'm hoping to finish this book today so I can move on to the next one. Not that this is bad, I just, you know, the more books the better. Break to get a package. Sebastian already got it for me. It's not really anything super exciting, but I'll open it. Did they really? Oh, you know what this is? This is not what I thought it was. I thought this was my Sol de Janeiro. Instead, this is from Magic Mind. How exciting! This is little juices. So these were sent to me, but I'll have to try them. Matcha Nootropics Adaptogens Immunity. Flow state awaits you. I had ordered my lotion, and I thought that's what this was. Oh, that might be it. Thought that was my lotion, but nothing's out there. I've made myself a snack. It's almost 4 p.m. 4 p.m. on a Tuesday means my final meeting, 4 to 5. So this will be my pre-workout. I'm gonna have a Larabar, my favorite one, peanut butter chocolate chip, and then some yogurt, the Cocoa June yogurt that I always have, vanilla mixed with peanut butter and an apple. It's like a little yogurt peanut butter dip. Y'all know how I like always talk about my oatmeal phases. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I go through phases with oatmeal where I either completely hate it, think it's disgusting, or I am like obsessed. I will eat it every single day. And each of them lasts usually a few months. So for the last several months, every single day, basically, I've been eating oatmeal, and I've shown it in my vlogs many times recently. But that stage is over. I am back to hating oatmeal. Like, I'll eat it. No, I don't want it. Like, don't want anything to do with it. And what happened, I think, was I got sick a couple weeks ago, like after getting back from Costa Rica. I got like really sick. And I actually got tested for something, and I'll let y'all know if that ends up resulting in anything. I don't want to talk about it here. It's nothing crazy. It was just like, it was not COVID. Like, I tested negative for COVID. So, yeah, it was potentially something from Costa Rica. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I get like fevers or just like really sick like that, I lose my appetite. And obviously that includes oatmeal. So then like once I started gaining my appetite back, oatmeal just sounded disgusting, and it kind of hasn't gone away. Like, I've eaten it since then, but now I'm back to where like I don't want to touch it at all. So yeah, interesting.
Chosen books for us to read. I have chosen books for them to read. It's actually exactly.
I'm going to edit Transfer Tuesday real quick. At least some of it, and then I need to go to the gym. Alrighty. She's uploading. Seabass is here. Your hair blends in with your pillow. So, while that's uploading, gotta get dressed. You gymming? These. Before I leave, I guess I'll give a brief mirror dry update, because there's not much of an update. There's barely any hair left on both of my underarms, which is so funny. It's like these tiny little patches. Eventually I would like to get those like lasered off. I'm hoping they can give me like a discount, because it's literally like not even a fourth of my armpit. So yeah, it has worked. I would say like at least 80% for both of my underarms. When I work out, I still sweat. I'm fine with that. But it's nothing like crazy how it was before, where I would just be sitting there dripping sweat. I also have no odor. Like, even if I just walked, or I go for my walk in the morning without putting deodorant on. And there's no sweat stains. I don't smell bad. I go to bed without deodorant. That's what I did before anyway. But usually I would like notice some sort of odor, but now there's nothing, which is just crazy. So far it has been a success. I don't think I'll get a third treatment, but we'll see how things go over the next few months and into a year. All right, video is up. Doing upper body today. So I'll see you probably when I get back, because I'm too scared to film at the gym. I did get my Sol de Janeiro package as well. This is just a restock of my everyday lotion. Like, I've literally used it every single day for over a year now. I used to use the other smell, but that's this one. I've shown this before, but I want to show it again, because if y'all are interested, I have my like referral link down below. if you purchase or if you like have an account with them, you can do that too. It's not like an affiliate link. It just gets me like some points and then I can get discounts on Sol de Janeiro. I don't know why I'm opening it. Like I don't know what it smells like or looks like. Oh, I already smell it through there. This lasts like several months. This is my current one at the bottom. So I think this might be my 4th tub of this, but I used to use their Bum Bum cream. This one, to me, just smells so much better. Like it never triggers a headache for me, which is a big thing. It may for some people, like you gotta smell it yourself. But what I like about it is there's like it's a warmer scent, like vanilla-ish, but with a hint of like perfume or flower. I don't know how to explain it. But in other news, I had a great workout. I feel great. I just, after vacation, well, like before vacation, throughout vacation, I didn't work out. And then after vacation, it was like a solid, my camera's gonna die. It was like a solid 3 weeks without going to the gym, including my vacation, because I got sick and then, I was really sick. And it feels good to be back in routine. Like, I just love it. I feel good. Sebastian is sitting outside. I'm just shutting the blinds. I'm not gonna creep. But we put up some spooky season lights. Look how cute. You know, they don't look that great during the day because it's kind of ugly. But like, look at this ambiance when you're chilling down here. And then we're gonna get a table soon. Gonna get this. I'm thinking next month, okay? It's all gonna come together and I love it. Over here we have purple. Some of these lights are out, but you can't really tell. Another thing we did is put fans up. Actually, I didn't do it. Sebastian and his dad did it. It was quite complicated, but I did paint to the ceiling because when we took down the old light, which was like, it looked like this. Sorry, I know y'all can't really see. Here, okay, that light's better. It has like 3 different colors. So this is in the living room, and obviously, and then we put one in Sebastian's office and my office. But it used to look like this, and actually what we did with this was, I hate these lights. I think they're so ugly, and it's even uglier when they're gold. So those were gold, but we spray painted them black. That is one thing I did. I painted all of those. We have them upstairs too. Y'all see that one? There's 3 of those upstairs, and we painted those black as well because they were gold. So yeah, those are some minor home upgrades. We're gonna change that too, of course, that ugly, ugly, ugly chandelier, because it's literally probably the ugliest thing in this house. I hate it so much. And yeah, it's gonna come together very nicely, slowly but surely. I have the money for it. It's just my no spend year. Really, if I didn't have a finance YouTube channel, I know how stupid that sounds. But if I didn't have my YouTube channel, I would probably just buy it. But I'm probably still gonna buy it in October. We're gonna replace this. It's gonna be like boho. We're gonna get a little coffee thing. We're gonna replace the couch, 100%. Okay, I'm back here to eat my dinner because I just want to continue reading so I can finish my book. Sebastian just came in. Were you practicing French?
Oui.
Oui. He's going to Europe this weekend for like 10 days with his family. I'll be here. Anywho, here's my dinner. Surprise, surprise. I know y'all are like, wow, she's eating something new. And some hot sauce. Oh, I do need to email a client. I have somebody who applied for coaching, which is exciting. Try it. But I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna eat and read. Are you turning the TV on? I just finished. This was so good.
Bonjour.
This is so good. He doesn't care about my books. I think I would give this a 10 out of 10. I loved it. Beautiful, beautiful story. I didn't cry, but like it made me feel some things, you know? I wish I had like tabs with me and my highlighter because there were several lines in here that I would save. This one, we just have to close our eyes and savor the taste of the drink in front of us and listen to the song as it plays. This was such a good book, like, wow. You know how earlier I was saying like she gets to the life and she doesn't remember anything? I still think it would be interesting to see like if she got there. It would change things significantly though, I think. Like the whole writing and also the ending. This was so good. Great, beautiful story. I highly recommend. Now I get to pick another book to read. What do I read, babe? I'm so excited. I want a thriller, kinda, but I don't have any more, I don't think. Well, not any like new ones. Let me log this as done on my Goodreads. I don't leave reviews on Goodreads. I just use it to track what I'm reading and when I read it, you know? So I started reading this book 3 days ago and I finished today. I don't get the negative reviews on this. Decided to moonlight as a self-help manual replete with messages that would look great and profound on no, I disagree. Y'all, like, you're looking way too deep into it. These reviews, these people who review books annoy me. I don't trust any of them. So they always give bad ratings to the book I like. I've read 18 books so far this year, which doesn't feel like a lot, but really the beginning of the year is what slowed me down because I read like A Little Life and The Cruel Prince, which I didn't like, which I still need to finish that series, which I will. But yeah, A Little Life took me like a month to read. Okay, I need to email my new client, then I'll go pick a book. Okay, will this fit here? Hold on. What do I read, y'all? What do I read? This is the hardest part. Can y'all hear me better now? I had the mic on, so it's off now. I haven't read this yet, The Family Upstairs, but Lisa Jewell, she's hit or miss for me. Like, these were both okay, but like this wasn't that great to me. I'm gonna hold off on that. I know this one's sad. I don't know if I want a sad book right now. Ugh, this is hard. I think this is sad too. Why did I buy so many sad books? A lot of these I haven't read. A lot of these, like all of these here, came from a free library. Like I didn't buy those. Oh, I think, no, these were all free library. Same with like these Mary Higgins Clark. I'll read The Maidens. I'll read The Maidens. I kind of was wanting to do, remember how I said that I wanted to do like a weekend reading vlog? I was thinking like, okay, I'll do 3 books in that, and that this was going to be one of them, but I'll read it now. I don't like that it's hardcover, but let's do it. I'm going to start this now, but I will pick back up the camera tomorrow because, yeah, about to get in bed.
You need a career to do mini retirement or in their marriage or whenever you're doing life planning and business planning. Exactly. Business planning and CEO retreat. I recommend 2 to 4 days.
Good morning, y'all. It's 8:40 and I woke up later today. I did not sleep well. For some reason, I could not sleep. And even while I was in bed, I was trying to think what I did for me not to sleep. Like I didn't have coffee late. I didn't have any pre-workout. I didn't have any, there's like a hot cocoa I have with mushroom in it. I've shown y'all before. And I was like, I didn't have that. Like, I don't know what it was. I think did I have my vitamins late? No, I didn't even have my vitamins late. That was in the afternoon. So yeah, I don't know why I could not sleep, but it was very, very frustrating. I also have noticed that when going to bed, I haven't been as tired. And I think it's because I just want to like keep reading. I don't know what's wrong with me. But like I'll keep reading and I don't get tired. Like I just want to keep going. But I'm like, okay, we gotta stop here. So I go to bed. And Sebastian woke up at like 5 this morning because he has to go to the office on Wednesdays. And then, is that him? No. My alarm went off at 6 and I was gonna wake up. Like I felt fine. You know when does anybody else like, I think it's an adrenaline thing. If they sleep just a few hours, they feel more awake than if they sleep like 8. We were talking about this the other day with our friends that we think we like run better on less sleep, like 6.5 to 7. But like when I sleep 8 hours or more, I feel more tired throughout the day. I think that's normal though. But yes, I did not sleep well, so I ended up sleeping until 7:45, which I'm not entirely proud of, but it's all right. I've made my coffee, as y'all saw, and I am listening to, or it just was, gotta put it back on, the Money with Katie show. And it's interesting because it's talking about a sabbatical, and it's like how a sabbatical will change your life. I'm not sure how I really feel about her. I think I've listened to a couple of other episodes, I can't remember, but this one in particular, a sabbatical will change your life is what it's called. I can link it below. I'm not sure how I feel about the style of it. Like she talks and then like goes to somebody else talking that she had like interviewed instead of just sharing the interview. Like I prefer a podcast where there's people talking back and forth. Like this to me is like not scripted. It's just way too formal. I just prefer like a more life type of, like a more real life banter type of thing. But it is still good information. I'm like a little more than halfway through, so I'm gonna continue listening to this while I start getting some work done.
Can be automated or downshifted or delegated or even paused outright until you choose to.
I made the little Magic Mind drink into a little latte. There's ice in here. It's so good. I'll talk about it in a different video, but we'll see how it works today. All right, back eating the same lunch as yesterday, but this time I'm reading The Maidens. I started this last night and it's going a little bit faster than like how The Silent Patient went, because if you don't know, Alex Michaelides, I don't know how to say his name. He wrote The Silent Patient. It's a really good book, awesome like psychological thriller, but it was a little bit slow at the beginning. Like it's still interesting throughout. There's like cream cheese on my phone. It's definitely an interesting book throughout, but it still like isn't super fast paced to start off with. But this one is a little bit faster paced, I guess. Either way, I'm excited. Gym fit. Haven't put my socks on yet, but I don't know why I'm saying that. It's not important. But today I am it's like 5 p.m. training upper body again, but this time chest and triceps. I do have a client call at 7:30 today, not for work, for my personal stuff, my finance stuff. So I should be good timing wise. If I'm going right now at 5 o'clock, then I will have time to come back and shower and then get on the call. My hair is constantly just coming out. Okay. I am back from the gym and I took a shower. I put on like a nicer shirt instead of my PJs because I'm about to, well, I'm not about to actually. I have 45 minutes until I have a client call. And I don't, you know, sometimes being in pajamas, I feel like weird about. It just depends. Really great workout. My arms are like shaking actually. I did chest and triceps, I think I already said that, and shoulders. And I'm gonna actually just go ahead and start editing this vlog that you're watching because I need to get it over to my sponsor actually to get it approved. And I have like a pretty short turnaround time. So that was my fault though. I know I do this each time I have a client call, but y'all, I just love it so much. Like I can't if you watch my finance channel, you know that I'm planning my sabbatical. So if you don't know, definitely go watch that video. I'll link it down below. Not to like plug myself, but also to plug myself. No, but I am planning a sabbatical. It's about 18 months from now, and I am going to take off at least a year, and I'm going to be taking my business full-time. Honestly, I feel like I could take my business full-time right now. I make a pretty decent amount each month, and that's just with me working part-time on it. And I know that if I were to spend more time on it, and if I were able to execute on all these ideas I have, it's really just I don't know why I'm holding this. It's really a time and energy problem, you know? Like, there's only so much time in the day, there's only so much energy I have. I can't work 8 hours a day and expect myself to, you know, be able to, it's just not how I operate, not at this point in my life, you know? There was a time I used to wake up at 4:30. If y'all remember, I was vlogging at that time too. I would wake up at 4:30, I would write my blog posts, then I would go to work, I would come home, go to the gym, work on my side hustles for hours, but I don't have that same energy anymore. I don't know where I'm going. I really sometimes just want to quit my job and go full time with this because I love it so much. Like, I can't express to y'all. I just love it. Like, seeing people make a change with their finances, and when they like actually stick to it and are tracking their spending, sticking to the budget, and they are excited about their numbers, it is so cool. And this was, I offer power sessions, so like we meet 2 times, basically a few weeks apart, and they want to extend. So they want to continue working with me on a month-to-month basis, which is really exciting. And that's like music to my ears because that means I'm doing a good job, you know? And this makes me want to cry. Like, I get emotional thinking about it because it's like finding your passion is truly a blessing. Like, there's a lot of people in my own life that, like, I know that a lot of people they don't know what their passion is, like what they should pursue. And I just know it. I know this is it. I know this is what I'm supposed to do. And it just feels right every single time. I'm talking about this way too long. I'm sorry. That's all I gotta say. I am going to go downstairs though and eat dinner because it is, what time? It's almost 9 p.m. We're 7 minutes from 9 p.m. This video is going to be up later this weekend, but I think I've just been in a vlogging mood ever since yesterday. I picked up the camera and I actually didn't want to pick up the camera, but then I started vlogging and that kind of like, I had a much better day because of it, I think. And sometimes I really like it, so I might pick up the camera this weekend because there's some happenings. But then I get like shy and don't want to vlog in public and stuff, but we'll see. So thank you so much for watching and being here. I know that this was like quite book heavy, and I think my content on this channel is gonna, like, I want to become a semi-booktuber, okay? So if you're not interested in the booktube content, I am so sorry, but I love that too. Like, I'm going there. And I've been watching these booktubers, I think I already talked about that, and I just love it. Like, it just makes me want to read even more. So I might start pushing some of my content to that, if y'all don't mind. But we shall see. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you in a video soon.